Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Shrewdness. I'm Prue. Dex is sort of joining us. He's in
Dex!
I'm here.
Vacation Dex! We got Vacation Dex!
he's in the DR, and he had to donate his left kidney, I think, to get Wi-Fi access.
There though.
But he is dedicated to the show.
You do things for the
That's right.
shrewdness.
That's right. Absolutely.
And Chiz is in the comfort of his basement, as am I.
Yeah.
We are back for another episode to talk about mainly the World Cup.
Woohoo!
If you haven't been
It's
paying
fun.
attention, this has been a fun couple of days. A lot of action the last 3 days in the knockout round. First of the mini knockouts, but that's been going well. We'll talk about that. And we talked before the show. I think we're all on the same page that it's time for a fire sale in the Royals clubhouse. So we'll talk a little bit about the Royals and their disappointing 2026 season and how they can move forward, who they should hang on to, who should they shop and try to get something to rebuild for next year. So
That's right.
And I'm doing some foreshadowing for our upcoming episodes with my Chiefs Hawaiian shirt.
Coming
'cause
soon! We're not that
steamrolling
far
into football
away!
Season. We're steamrolling in soon.
did
Right.
you
We're only-
did you take
what,
that
we're
away
only-
from Andy Reid?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that looks like an Andy Reid
Seriously.
shirt right there.
Oh, it's great. I'm just a few cheeseburgers away.
That's right.
Almost there.
He's on vacation. You can get a
Nuggies.
good jump start.
Absolutely.
But man, how much for? I want to kick it over for the U.S. to host the World Cup. It has been so much more easy to watch the games.
Oh,
I've watched
yeah.
more World Cup this year than I have my entire life,
Yeah.
and it's because I'm not waking up at 4:30 in the morning to watch some random
Yeah.
game in the middle of Africa or Asia or fill in the blank.
Totally.
Not there's anything wrong with that, but dang, is it nice watching the 1 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
Oh, it's
It
so
is.
great.
Life changing. Like people that aren't even fans are watching tons of World Cup.
And it's
And-
Oh,
it's
It's
so
awesome.
easy to just turn it on and let it run in the background.
Yeah.
You don't have to. I mean, you can hear the crowd erupt if something good happens and
right.
rewind it 10 seconds or whatever. But
That's
just
right.
just to have it on and kind of be, part of it while not part of it
Yeah.
is
You
great.
guys,
No, it is,
Do you
though.
agree? You've watched more soccer this year than ever before, maybe combined, like the last 3 World Cups? I mean, everyone always
yeah,
watches
probably.
U.S., but I've watched more everybody. Like,
Yeah.
I've watched almost all the Norway games. I've watched France game, Argentina. I mean, all of it. I've watched Egypt. I've watched Egypt, Morocco, whatever the heck that game was. I'm not watching that game normally.
No,
But you know what? It's on. It's the only thing on, and it's 9. Why not? It's just, I've watched so many games. It's fun.
I think you are representative of a large portion of the U.S. Dex because
Yeah.
I have all kinds of people who know I'm a soccer fan texting me and they're asking me questions about things. They're like, explain offside to me. And I'm like, okay, let me do that. What is this advantage? And I'm like, okay, let me explain that. So it's like they're into it and it's cool because they're
What is
loving it.
extra time? Like, what are we
Yeah.
talking about? What is
Why are we still
stoppage
playing? We already
What?
hit 90.
I thought it was
Clock
45-minute
running.
halves.
time? Exactly.
Right.
Which is exactly the question my mom asked, which is hilarious. Like,
Totally.
why does the clock keep running? But then the second half started and went backwards. It was 45 plus 6. It was 51, but then it started back at 45. I'm like, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Right.
soccer, man. Nothing stops.
Just like-
Stuff keeps going. Like, when does it end? I'm like, when they want it to? I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Ashley asked me
discretionary.
that. My wife asked me that actually today when we were watching. She was like, "Why don't they just stop the clock when the goal scored and then
Which-
start it again?" I was like,
Yes.
"I don't know."
Don't
here's
ask
my
the questions you don't want the answer to.
But here's my theory, honestly. My theory, honestly, is that it's been played for so long that they didn't have that technology to do those sorts of things, and they still play it in places where they don't have that technology to do those sort of things. So they may have a stopwatch, and a dude who's running, who's got the stopwatch, the ref, and he's like, keeping time, and he stops it when he wants to stop. It's like, not everywhere's like the U.S. where there's like massive scoreboards, time showing everywhere. That's not how it's
Everything
played. And then
Yeah.
you've got the tradition factor, right? It's like now it's like
Yeah.
a thing that's just been done this way forever. And I will say it does add to the tension because
It
you're
does.
like, Is this
You
going to be
don't
the
know
last
when
chance?
it's gonna end.
Oh, we got one more chance. Okay, you know.
I know. And then, or the last stop, like you're trying to hold off and it sails over. Like, whoo,
Yeah.
that's got to be it. Oh, what? They're throwing the ball back in.
Blow the whistle
Blow the
already.
whistle. Blow the stupid whistle. And then like 2 more minutes go down. Then someone falls down. Like, we're adding more time. What is happening?
Crowd starts booing. They're like, "Ooh!" trying to get them to stop
So
the game.
I've never seen more than 10 minutes of extra time, and the U.S. just had down a man and had
Yeah.
10 extra minutes added to the
Not
second
what I
half.
wanted to see.
I will say, before we get into the games here, I will say, really cool. The other thing, this is totally American, but like to see the world come here
Yes.
has been awesome because,
Yes.
like in this highly divisive time, no matter what side of whatever you're on, it's a super highly divided world we live in, and so having everybody come together and like people party together, people going to games together, people
Yeah.
like just enjoying life together, and then also on top of that, seeing them discover America, which
Yeah.
is so cool. Like seeing stuff,
Yeah.
like, oh my God, there's air conditioning everywhere. Oh my God, the portions are huge. Oh my
There's
God, look at all the
everything
things
everywhere.
in this Walmart. It's like
Yeah.
Buc-ee's
it's-
and ranch dressing and like
totally
It's awesome.
barbecue
And I love
and all kinds
I love
of
the
stuff.
fact that the Netherlands was having as much fun in Kansas City as I had back way in the day when I went to Amsterdam in '98 when the World Cup was going on in Europe in Paris that year.
Yep.
I was cruising around in hometown Orange, and it was a blast for me as a tourist going through a country that's
Totally.
a continent that was experiencing
Yeah.
the World Cup. I know France had it, but
Yeah.
whatever, man.
All
It
of
was
it,
everywhere.
yeah.
It was
awesome.
Europe.
It was
Right.
Europe. We were in Italy, and Italy was still doing well. France. It was awesome. And I love seeing
Yeah.
the reverse effect of that. And I believe they're having as much fun
Oh.
as I did in Europe. So
Oh, totally. They're
it's
loving
awesome.
it.
Nothing
And
better
it-
than
and
being a World Cup.
I've heard
Yeah.
like so many reports that are like, people from England or the Netherlands or wherever, and they're like, America is different than how it's portrayed. We
Yeah.
all need to stop watching the news and just go experience America because it's great.
That's exactly right, Brew. I mean, I think the thing is when you get people in the natural togetherness that we have and experiencing life, like they do love it. They think this is awesome. They love all the stuff that they see in America, and it's stuff we take for granted too. So it's good for us because we're like,
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
what, that is pretty cool that we have that. Like
Right.
that's pretty awesome. So that part has been just a blast to watch. See the world, like saw somebody talking about, we're hosting the world's party right now, and
Oh, for sure.
and it's awesome to see the reactions in the other countries when they win a game too. Like, I mean, the countries. I don't know if you guys saw we'll get into the Mexico game, but the Mexico
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
in Mexico City,
Yeah.
it was like the entire city was outside of the street watching the game. It was crazy
like you get-
town.
Super Bowl every few days.
The,
Yes.
It's
the
just
Paraguay game was like
Oh,
that.
the Paraguay
And, I
game
mean-
was awesome. I mean, these
So many.
countries, it is, what
It's
it's hard
the
for
Super
us
Bowl
to
over and
understand.
over.
Oh, and it's hard for us to understand because we have a plethora of riches when it comes to sports. We have different seasons and different sports and different pros and college and all this stuff. Like when you go anywhere else in the world, they have soccer, and
Yeah.
that's like now they may have
Other stuff.
something. They have cricket,
cricket.
and they may have like soccer
Australian
and
rules
Australian
football.
rules football, or soccer and a little basketball league, or something like that. But
Yeah.
like they
Nothing's
have
the
soccer
same.
everywhere, and so
Yeah.
like this would be like, I guess if the world played football, like American football together, how
Yeah.
passionate we would be about that. Whenever that's their level of passion. It's like our Chiefs level of passion.
And if,
Whenever-
Yeah.
they
Oh,
played,
there.
if they played every 4 years, I mean,
Yeah, a one
Oh.
sport Olympics. It's Olympics with one sport.
Right. That's
Yeah.
exactly what it is. It's a one
Yeah.
sport Olympics. That's a great way to put it. So let's get into the breakdown. So
Let's do it.
this is the first year we've ever had a round of 32. Usually you go straight from the groups to the round of 16, but we've added a knockout stage in the round of 32, and that's what we're in the middle of. We've got a couple more days of that, and then we are
Right.
done. But I'm going to pull up the bracket. We're going to talk about what's happened, what we see going on moving forward. For those of you who are watching us on video, you'll be able to see this. But if you're just listening to us, we'll walk you through it. Don't worry. So The first game I want to hit is Germany, Paraguay. Holy cow!
Wow.
4-3. Paraguay pulls it off in penalties. Germany, who was a very
Struggles
heavy
again.
favorite to
Struggles
make
again.
it much farther than this. Most people thought they would at least make the quarterfinals, and they get booted by Paraguay. And holy cow, the little country of Paraguay was just absolutely giddy. Talk about the PKs in this one. Prue, Dex, what did you see
So-
here? When it got the PKs, what did you see?
Well, before the PKs, Germany had a late goal disallowed on a
Yes.
somewhat controversial, kind of weak penalty, in my
I
opinion.
agree. I agree with you.
It was a pretty solid goal. They said after the fact that the goalkeeper was interfered with. Disallowed Germany's go-ahead goal
disagreed.
with like 5 minutes to go, something like
Yep.
that. So they go to extra time. They go into all the way through that. PKs. Germany's first guy, I think, missed, right?
He
or
did.
had it saved.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper made a phenomenal save. Paraguay
Any
hit,
save is phenomenal in PKs, by the way.
Yes.
It's ridiculous
So-
that a goalkeeper can
Yeah.
stop anything.
That's
It's-
exactly right.
very exciting. That was full extension out to his left, I think, on
Yeah.
that one. Paraguay hit the next one to go up.
2. Yeah.
Then they hit their second one. I think they each hit their second one.
Yep.
So they were ahead 2-1. Then Germany missed their third one.
I thought it was over then. I was like, that's toast.
Yeah.
They're down
Yeah.
2. Like,
And-
no chance.
No chance of coming back. All Paraguay had to do was make one of their final two, put it away. And the guy, I think, was it the fourth one? He missed the goal entirely, maybe?
Yeah. He just missed. Just
Something like that.
totally missed. Like, that's something I would totally do.
Which,
Yes.
which
He's
my
so
my-
amped up.
Oh yeah, and I've done it.
Me
not in
too.
the World Cup, obviously. That's a little higher stakes than my playing days. But
Yeah.
I was telling my wife, even in high school, if you miss the goal on a PK, your
Bad.
coach has you doing push-ups. Like that is
Totally.
unacceptable.
Yeah, put
Right.
it between the posts.
You
Four
got to
quarters,
put it on
man.
goal.
Put it
If the
inside.
guy makes a save, that's good on him. But
What was
You
strange
cannot-
about it, Prue, is like,
cannot miss
if
the
I
goal.
remember this one correctly, he actually missed wide. And I'm the same way. I've missed a PK in high school. But usually what you see if somebody misses in this is they miss high. That's what I
Yeah.
did, is I went over the goal.
try to
And
blast it and it goes high. Yep.
You're trying to go upper corner or something, and then you just elevate it too much. But he just missed. And I was
This
like,
was
holy cow.
This was it was to the left, right? Like
yeah.
about a foot wide. So he didn't
Yeah.
completely miss it, but I mean, it was
Right.
he had a little room to,
It was
still
bad.
hit the goal. And
Yeah. It was bad.
Anyway.
He missed it. And then Germany
Bad-
came back and
bad time to
tied
miss.
it. And I was like, they're actually going to pull this off. I was like, this momentum, Mr. Momentum has shifted
yes.
Okay.
addresses again.
And then the guy that scored the go-ahead goal that was taken away was the sixth man
Yes.
for Germany, and he did sky it over the top of the goal.
Over the
Oh
top.
man.
And
Brutal.
he was number 6 for a reason, I guess. He was not
Yep.
one of the 5 best PK takers. And then the Paraguay guy just stepped up there
Buried
and coolly buried it in the lower right corner. Paraguay walks off the winner,
And the
and
country erupted in joy. And
Yeah.
that's how
Oh,
World Cup works.
That whole
It's
country erupted. And it was just so cool to see the video out of Paraguay.
that was
Just how
yeah,
excited they were.
100,000 people easily out in the streets,
Oh,
just like
just,
waiting on
you
bated
know,
breath for that last PK.
Totally, and the fact is, like, they got to go to play France, so that's probably the last W they're getting. But
Yeah.
it was a huge W, and it's funny for those of you who have never played soccer before or haven't watched it much. A PK is like a free throw. About 70 to 80% of the PKs are made, right?
Yep.
So it's about the same conversion rate as a free throw. So it should be, if you save it, it's rare. 15 to 25% save rate is incredible.
Well, yeah, so there's one saved, and
Yeah.
2 just completely missed the goal.
2 just missed, but it's all mental. The thing of it
Yes.
is PKs are all a mental game. It's like you see all the gamesmanship and the goalie jumping around, like trying to make you think he knows where you're going to go. And you're trying to focus and be like, no, pick your spot, just hit your spot, don't think about it, you know. But you see guys, and we saw it in this shootout, where guys would like hesitate. They'd approach and hesitate. Like sometimes people do that on purpose to try and throw the goalie. But there were a couple times it looked like
it's a common move. It's a common move.
It is.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, I don't like it. And here's why I don't like it. More often than not, I see somebody who does that miss it. Because it's like they're so worried about the fake that they're like not
They
concentrating on where they want to put the ball, you know? And it's like, I was always a big fan of put the ball down, have your spot, keep your head down, run at the ball, look up, hit the spot as hard as you can, and don't think about it. If the guy guesses, you lose, you know? But
so be it.
It's not the case. So, but it's fun watching the PKs. So the next game, the winner of that Paraguay game goes to play France. France looks like the proverbial New York Yankees. They are
gangbusters.
They beat Sweden like a redheaded stepchild. Ha ha ha. Nothing to do with the Nordic nature of the Swedes, but so France, Sweden, that wasn't even close. Do you guys see anybody in your novice soccer analysis, like I have a novice soccer analysis, that could hang with France right now?
No, and I think one of the telling remarks from a really good team, Norway's not bad, and one of their best players, Holland, was like, it was the last game of pool play, right? And he's like, we can't beat France. And I think he was kidding. I don't really know, but it also sounded matter of fact.
Right.
And then they did not. And it's like, well, interesting. You would say that. Like, who would say that about a team you're getting ready to go play? And again, I understand it's last game of pool play, and it didn't matter. They're both advancing.
Right.
But that was striking me. It stood out. Like, even the other teams don't feel like they can play with France. And
well, you know when you're playing,
they look like they're
know.
playing. Yeah, it looks like a high school team playing against middle school teams.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's not, right? But they look so much better. They're toying with them.
Yes.
France looks that much better than everybody else. Now, as you keep getting closer in each round, the teams are going to get better. But as far as your point, does anybody look like it can hang with them? They look like the favorites. And
they
a
are.
clear favorite to get to the championship. Like, if you're doing an NCAA bracket right now for March Madness, you just put France all the way through. It doesn't matter who you're playing. You just build that in first and put them in the championship. And whoever else gets there, so be it. But France is going to be one of those two teams.
Totally. I think the only team that, and they're not as athletic as France, but I think Argentina, Messi, they could give France a run, just like last World Cup. It could happen. But I feel like it's going to be one of those scenarios where France is going to have to be flat in their game, and then the other team is going to have to play at like one of their highest levels, and then you're going to have a really good game. But you know, if you've ever played if you've ever played soccer or any sport, when you go up against somebody that you're like, holy crap, these guys are way better than us, and you know it. Like as an athlete, you know it. You're like, oh boy. And I got to tell you,
5 minutes.
Oh, and I got to tell you, it's more frustrating in soccer because there's no you can't get the ball. You're just like, you're so frustrated because you're like, I can't even touch the ball. Like they're just passing it around you, and you're
all
like,
around you.
What the hell? Yeah. Like I just want to touch the ball. Like at least in every other sport, you're like, I'm going to get the ball eventually. You know, and it's like, no, you're not going to get the ball in France.
You may not.
The same with Spain. They frustrate people too, which is why they're another favorite. But
totally.
Possession teams that just toy with you. And then they get a run and they bang it home. And then like 20 minutes later, they do it again. And 20 minutes later, they do it again. Like, this has been a lot of fun not having the ball and just having
chasing you around the field.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like brutal. But so when you look at the bracket, Chisholm, just when you're just pure chalking France into the championship, what games look the most interesting to you? If everything else goes chalk too, which has not been how the tournament's been going, by the way, as we just talked about with Germany losing. But
that's the truth. But I mean, the next round would have France and Paraguay. France is going to win that game.
Yep, that's already.
And then in the quarterfinals, they have a very easy matchup because they're playing the winner of Canada-Morocco. And relatively speaking, that's a pretty easy draw at this point.
Yeah.
So, you know, their path to the semis is
Kind of easy.
pretty wide open. Now, on the other side, if we were so fortunate, the United States is on the other side that would play them in the semis. Probably not going to happen. But Spain is on that side as
Yeah.
well, and
U.S.
Portugal.
has a gauntlet. Yeah.
Yeah, so we definitely have. So it's going to be. I would say most people say it's going to be France versus either Spain, Portugal, U.S. Probably in that order, in terms of like likelihood to make it.
Yep.
But that side of the bracket is much harder
Yeah.
than what they've got. So I don't see France getting tested until the semifinal, and that's pretty good for them. The other games on that side, Canada beat South Africa 1-0 to eliminate them.
Yeah.
Morocco beat the Netherlands 3-2 in
Which
the
was
upset.
Crazy.
That was
Wow.
in PKs as well.
That was another PK 3-2.
And can
Morocco.
you believe 5 missed penalty kicks
5.
out of
That's
the 10
unbelievable.
taken? That is
Like
unacceptable. Like,
that is
Yeah.
unacceptable.
They
And
make-
then
for
we
a
said
world
earlier.
class team, World
He's
Cup
like
team.
98% make ratios, it feels like.
yeah.
Yeah.
And to miss
Yeah.
that many is absurd.
And it was,
That's-
and they were not saved. They missed the goal. 3
No.
of them at least missed
Yeah.
the goal.
Well,
Killer.
that's what you get that's what you call the World Cup pressure cooker right there.
Yeah.
That gets in your head when you're like, I'm representing my country for maybe the only time ever, once every
Yeah.
4 years. The whole world is watching me right now, and I have to take a penalty kick. And
Right.
that's what happens when you do that. So you've got Canada, Morocco. Personally, I like Morocco in that game.
I kind of
Um,
do too.
Yep.
I think
makes
they're
Canada
playing
totally
really
gonna
well.
Because we're
Right.
on the same page.
Totally.
And we
Totally.
sorry, Morocco, we just killed you.
I mean,
You're not
I
High
mean,
mind
Canada
is
wins.
bad news.
Canada's
Canada.
kind of survived thus far. I mean, they've
Yeah.
got a fine team or whatever, but
Yeah.
Morocco's playing really well and has a lot of momentum. They've got when's that game, Chiz?
So that's on the 4th of July. So that is
Okay, so
Saturday.
they still have 3 more days off.
Saturday.
Yep.
Yeah. Saturday.
Crazy.
Then you go down to the games that have not been played yet in round 32. Portugal, Croatia. I think it'll be a pretty good game. Portugal is one of the more talented teams in the tournament, but they do not
Yeah.
play well together for whatever reason. They're like a really clunky. It's like putting a bunch of all stars together, and they just don't
I
like.
feel like they
Click.
don't like Ronaldo. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't get any touches in the box. I think, like said last time, he got 2 the
Yeah.
whole game to
It's crazy.
Ronaldo.
No
Man,
way.
I don't know much, but that's like having LeBron just, we're not going to
Yeah.
get any touches to you,
Just
LeBron. You're
camp
good.
out of the half court.
Yeah,
Totally.
Just sit there and watch us play. Like, I don't know how that
They
works.
they play like a lot of individuals. Now, if they get to click, they could be really good. I just
Yeah,
don't think they're
they
going
have
to
a ton of
click.
talent.
So it wouldn't surprise me if Croatia upset them. But I think odds on, if you're betting, it's probably best to bet Portugal in that one. Then you've got Spain, Austria. Spain is likely to win that game. Austria's played well, but they're not on the same
Not
level.
that good. No,
Yep.
they're a different tier.
So that would put the round of 32 at Spain, Portugal, or Spain, Croatia, probably. Then I'm going to skip the U.S. We'll talk about that last. Belgium, Senegal. Holy cow! So today,
What a
one of the
game.
craziest World Cup games I've seen. Senegal was up 2-0. They're the underdog in this game, although it was a pretty even game going in. But they're the underdog,
Yeah.
and I mean they were up 2-0 with 5 minutes left, which
That's unbelievable.
it's just like honestly, this is the fact. This is the first time any team's come down from a 2-goal deficit in the World Cup. So, and they did it in 5 minutes. So,
At all? Oh wow, I didn't realize
Yes.
that.
Wow.
so
I'm glad
they-
I went
hey,
to dinner right before that, and I just said, well, this game's over. And so I left and had no Wi-Fi, no access.
Yeah.
And I come back, I'm like, what happened? How
Well,
is
it was
3-2?
it was something else. Belgium got a goal. It was a good goal, and then like you just saw the game shift radically. It was like they knew like they were super confident all of a
It's like
sudden, and
sharks
Senegal
in the
was like.
water.
Senegal was
Would
like,
that
"Oh
just work?
crap,
We're going to do that
Like,
again.
hold on. You know, they pulled the prevent defense, and it was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh,
no, this is not going to work. And they scored. Then they went to extra time, and nothing happened in extra time. And honestly, I was watching, I was like, they're all going to PKs because like there wasn't really any scoring chances.
Yeah.
And then Senegal fouled in the box with 1 minute left in extra time. 29 minutes in, gave
Unbelievable.
Belgium a PK, and Belgium came all the way back from 2-0 to win 3-2. So they are riding a high coming into the game against the United States. We'll talk about the United States in a minute. Brazil, Japan, another interesting game, first round.
Yeah.
Japan, super disciplined. I loved them. They were great, fun to watch. This was the game I was most excited about for the round of 32 besides the U.S.
That was Brandon's upset pick.
1-0. Yes, it was Brandon's upset pick.
We had my buddy Brandon on a couple episodes ago, and he was saying, keep an eye on Japan. They're kind of a sleeper.
Yeah,
and,
he was right.
They came out and scored first and had that lead for quite a while.
Had the lead through halftime, and Brazil was sweating it a little bit.
Yeah.
And then they came back. They are obviously a lot more athletic from a talent standpoint. Ended up getting 2 goals, holding on, winning that game. Norway dispatched of the Ivory Coast. That was another good game. Ivory Coast is a tough out. I have to say these countries from Africa used to be auto passes
pushovers
in the World Cup. It used to be, and no more.
Yeah.
They all made the knockout round. Every Africa team, right? Won that
and
first
they
time ever.
all came to play too. It wasn't like they weren't just like, hey, we're happy to be here, like they have it in some past World Cups. Like
exactly,
they were in it to win it, and all of them lost close games.
Ivory Coast had, I thought, a very good chance of winning that game. They had a couple of really dangerous chances pretty late.
I think Holland put one in at the end to put it away, didn't he?
Yeah. That was in the last 5 minutes, I think.
The
last 5 minutes.
Who has the coolest nickname in the entire tournament.
He does.
He's done enough to make people fans of, I can't remember which team he's on, but I've seen the jersey sales for that apparently have gone up tremendously watching him play in this World Cup. Like, it makes sense, man. He's fun to watch.
He's a beast. He's a huge
so
dude,
big.
too.
He's huge, yeah.
Yeah.
And he scored like I saw the stat was crazy.
Game.
Like almost every game they've played, he scores.
Yeah.
He has more goals than games played with the national team, which is an insane stat.
That's crazy.
Just a beast.
So they moved on. Norway, I love them for the fan cheers. So Norway, Brazil, that is going to be a chant off, baby. There's going to be some serious chanting going on in the stadium.
That's right.
That's going to be in New York in the round of 16. That'll be fun. Mexico, Ecuador. Mexico, pretty handily beat Ecuador. Ecuador really. I actually thought that game would be a little closer. Mexico never let them in it. They won 2-0.
Did they take a goal off from Mexico? Did they score a third and disallow it or something?
I believe so.
I thought I saw 3-0 at one point, but the final was 2-0.
I think you're right.
It happens quite a bit, I found out, this World Cup. There's a lot of goals. So speaking of, not to toot for U.S. tonight, but regardless.
Yeah.
That flag over there from the outside guy.
Outside.
He is not everybody's favorite guy. He's not everybody's favorite guy.
Yeah.
And everybody scores, and they immediately look over to the guy. It's like, is it down? Is it down? Is it down? right.
And then sometimes when it is, your big toe will be too big for the VAR.
Dramatically
Exactly.
No. So they will play. Speaking of great African team efforts, England beat Congo DR. Democratic Republic of Congo 2-1.
74 minutes. That game was in doubt.
Wow.
It was crazy.
Congo played great. And England is a team that's...
Yeah, Harry Kane took it upon himself to say, not today, man. We're not losing to Congo. We are freaking England. And I am Harry Kane. And I want Chisholm to sing your little deal that they play on your Instagram.
Like a Harry Kane!
There it is. And oh my God, did he not have an incredible header to equalize? And then what I believe, the best shot I've seen, I haven't seen every game. I've seen a lot. But the second goal Harry Kane had today, unbelievable. He did like a little touch to the right and then just ripped it into the top part of the goal around two dudes past the goal. I'm like, unbelievable. It was awesome. The English commentators are the best. God, I love listening to the English commentators.
Yes.
And there's almost a goal earlier from another dude. For England! Oh, fuck! Everything is so dramatic. It is so awesome. I mean, it's
So
like Vince Scully Dodgers for soccer. It's the best.
So great. I also love British commentators, so I watch a lot of EPL, and they're so polite. Is what I love about it too. Is it's like they ask permission for all of their opinions. You know,
Yeah.
they're always like it was a cheeky touch, wasn't it? You know, it's like
Lovely pass and just a real clever moment right there. Like, I don't even know what that meant, but I love it. I love lovely passes and clever moments.
Totally.
I want more of these in my life.
England
It's
is
the
a
best.
team that is really talented. They seem to have big stretches of time where they struggle offensively, and so
Yeah.
it's going to be interesting to see them play Mexico because Mexico has not given up a goal
Yeah.
in 4 games, which
Yeah.
is crazy town. So that could be a low-scoring affair, and that is in Mexico City. So that could be really raucous. Pro-Mexico crowd, no matter how many hooligans from Great Britain you get in that stadium, I think it's going to be a rough go for them. But
That should be a
They will-
really good game.
that's going to be a fun one. Definitely want to see that one. That's on the 6th of July. Going down, we've got Argentina, Cape Verde. That is still to be played on Friday. We have Australia, Egypt. Who knows in that game? It's a Friday game as well. And then the last 2 games in the round of 32 are Switzerland, Algeria. So the Swiss will be favored in that. And then Colombia, Ghana. Colombia will be favored in that. But we know those African nations are a tough out. And that one's actually going to be played in Arrowhead, Prue, your backyard.
Yeah.
So, right now, the way it stands, we talked about that side of the bracket. On Argentina side of the bracket, it's if things go chalk, it would probably be Argentina versus Colombia in the quarterfinals, and then it would be Argentina Brazil if things go chalk in the
Yeah.
semifinals. And then in the other semifinals, if things go chalk, it would be, as we said before, France versus likely Spain. So we still got the biggest favorites are still in the tourney. It's going to be
Yep.
awesome. But before we jump off this, let's talk about the U.S. game we just watched. The U.S. beat Bosnia Herzegovina, which used to be Yugoslavia, which used to be Serbia, Bosnia. Right. So, what are the instant reactions from Prue and Dex of what you saw tonight in the 2-0 win in San Francisco by the U.S.?
So pros for US, I thought they controlled the ball well. They in all their games so far, they've dominated. Well, they dominated the first few games possession wise. They had more possession this game, but it was closer to 50-50. So they do like to play a controlled game and keep control of the ball, work it around, and all that kind of stuff. I like that about this team. They got heart, man. They played almost half the game down a man on a pretty controversial call.
Highly questionable call.
Highly questionable. Probably will be appealed.
Yeah.
Because I just
janky BS.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I didn't.
Yes, it
I
was.
think that's a
Didn't
technical
see,
term.
I could see a yellow card, but a flat out red for that was unjustified, in my opinion.
Agreed.
I don't like we have to
For
go back to the
Balogun.
booth and review in slow mo what happened. In real time, it looked like nothing.
Right.
It
Yeah.
looked like just tangled legs.
Yeah,
Like, and then in real time, nobody
bet-
really
I-
said anything. It was like,
like
hey,
back
forward.
when so Chiz and I were both forwards back in the day in a similar position many times, and you're trying to shield off the defender so that you can turn with the ball, right? And so they're
Yep.
both moving to the right. I think he thought the guy was closer to him than he was. He had already kind of made his way around, so it's a very common foul. I'll say.
Very
Yeah.
common.
I mean, I've never been flagged for even a yellow card for something like that. So
yeah.
flat out red
The way it
card
went
for
down-
that was pretty surprising.
And the way it went down too was, I mean, it was clearly not. He wasn't looking at the player
Right.
that he fouled. So it was clearly like an unintentional foul. Now, when you watch it in slow mo, he steps on his ankle. So you're
Yeah.
like, okay, well, I thought for sure. I was telling the people I was watching with, I'm like, this is gonna be a yellow. It's gonna be a yellow card. They're gonna review it. They're gonna say it's a yellow card. And he reviewed it, and he said it's a red card. And I was like, holy crap! And even the commentators were like, whoa, this is not.
That's
like,
aggressive.
Timeout.
that doesn't
Yeah,
seem
that's
right. So for those of you who don't know, the issue there is Balogun is the primary goal scorer for the U.S. and
He's our leading scorer this year.
he
Yep.
is. If things don't change, he will be out for the next round against Belgium.
Against
So that's a
Belgium.
huge deal if that red card stands up. But to your point, they were up 1-0 at that point. I thought they would go into a shell and try to hold on to a 1-0 victory. But what happened, Dex?
Well, what happened is we got a phenomenal play. So actually, 2 goals got pulled off the board too. So one was
Yeah.
already pulled off. Then we had another shot and a penalty right outside the box. And U.S. stood up. And it was one of those. So Messi went right through the line. And this one, it was Tillman, right? Tillman had to keep the kick.
Yeah.
for,
And it was one of the most beautiful kicks I've seen, period. Like,
Oh my gosh.
he had just the timing you have to do, the timing and speed to kick it over the line and drop it underneath the goalpost into the corner was unbelievable. It's one of the best U.S. goals I've seen. It's not cool bicycle kick, but as far as a free kick, that was huge. We needed the second goal because we're playing down a guy.
Yeah.
This cushion was absolutely critical to get us to the next round. So I thought that shot,
that was
I mean,
that was the
just as
Dest,
good as
the
yeah.
foul on Dest, right?
Yeah.
So-
yeah, top of the box, yep.
Yeah. So
And it was awesome.
Sardinio Dest is, man, that dude is full of energy. He's like
Oh,
5'5" or something. I mean, he's
He is so
insanely
quick.
short, super quick, and he really stepped up. I mean, down a man, drew the foul at the top of the box.
Yeah,
Tillman buried it. I mean, that was
it was
huge.
huge.
kind of a break, but just a well played series for the U.S.
to
right
your,
then. And
to your point, Dex, the skill that it takes to make that shot
It's
is
incredible.
people don't understand. Like most of the time when you're hitting over a wall, you're putting spin on it, so you're like
Yeah.
hitting it and like coming over. It's like it's a
Top spin.
top spin ball, which is so hard to hit. And
Yeah.
usually, if you do hit it, if you hit
It
anything with
sails.
top spin, it's too low, or you don't hit it with top spin and it sails over. And
Mhm.
like in that scenario, in that kind of pressure situation, to do that, I was super impressed by that
Incredible.
shot. Gave us the breathing room. Then we shelled up. Then we
Yeah.
went to the pull everybody. They pulled Dest, they pulled Pulisic, and they were
Well, it's
like,
kinda
"Hey,
funny,
we're
though.
dropping back."
Yeah, we did that, and then they started getting these incredible shots on goal, like one to the right, one to the left, one to the top. Oh, we were dodging bullets the last little
That-
bit, and so that's where having that
Oh.
extra goal was huge because you
Oh.
can play a little more freedom.
there was
That's
one with
right.
5 minutes to go or something that
Yeah,
narrowly missed from. He shot that from 25 yards out, I think. And
You talking about the one that was like a burner on the ground and it broke
Yes.
right?
yes,
Yes.
That
It
thing
tailed
was
to the right.
That was a freaking awesome shot. I mean, to hit
It was
that like
awesome.
that and have it break
It
like that, I
knuckled-
was like,
it like
oh my
knuckled to the
God.
right and just it was like 6 inches wide or something.
oh, that was
Yeah,
a
that was
great
cool.
shot. That was a great
But-
shot.
Well, I want to get back to an earlier thing you asked, which is like just impressions of the U.S. in general. So outside of this game, but to include this game, the thing I've noticed the most, and it's going to be a Matrix reference, and it's kind of when
Mhm.
Neo, they discovered that he was moving like they do. Like I've been
Right.
watching U.S. soccer for a long time. We always look like we're just not playing the same game that all these other elite
Yeah.
teams are. And I know we're
We're
not on
always
the same
slower.
tier yet. Yeah,
Right.
don't get me wrong. I don't think we're France or
Sure.
Spain. We're not that tier.
All right.
But we're getting closer to being to the tier right below that. And the thing is,
Absolutely.
the passes we're making, the speed we now have, and the fact is, we brought in that third pool play game, our backups. They look like backups, but those were our former
Yep.
starters.
Yep.
Now, getting rid of the riffraff and getting our starters back in today, I'm like, whew, they look good again. And then
Yes.
be able to play the entire second half in World Cup competition with 10, and to
With
put
10.
a goal on them, and another goal, they got called off.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen.
This U.S. team is the best team. I mean, they
Oh,
just
yeah.
look like a real team in soccer now. It's crazy.
Offensively, I totally agree, Dex. Like,
Yeah.
Oh.
we've never had the luxury of multiple goals in multiple games.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
Like we almost
No.
expect it now. They look great. They
Right.
look good.
Yeah. And previous
With
World
all
Cups,
their
the hope
starters
was
One
get a
nothing
goal
game or something.
and then
Yeah.
like try to keep them from
1-0.
scoring. But I will say, I watched a lot of years of Mauricio Pochettino when he was a Tottenham Hotspur coach. This is signature of his teams. They are really good offensively. They usually have their holes in the defense and in the backside. And I will say, we haven't been exploited yet. I wouldn't say a little bit in the third game, but that was backup, so whatever.
Yeah.
But the weakest spot we have on the team, I hate to say it, is our goalkeeper. We have in the past we had Tim Howard. He was an English Premier League goalkeeper. You know, the guys we have now are good. They're starters in Major League Soccer. Okay, that's a different level.
Which is getting
So
better every year.
it's getting
every
better.
year.
It is. It's
Used to
way
be a
better.
joke,
but
but not anymore.
But it's way better. But that is the chink in our armor. When we go up against some of these elite teams, we're going to have to pull out a very different level of defense and goalkeeping to pull an upset. I think offensively we've got the firepower to. I
Yeah.
really do. Because
Yeah.
you're exactly right, Dex. The speed of play is how you can tell great soccer, and the way they connect the dots. And I had one of my friends from Argentina. He actually was texting me the other day, and he said, "U.S. looks good," and I said, "We'll see how we look against better competition." And he goes, "No, the speed is impressive," and that's the first. And of course,
Yeah.
this is Argentina,
Yeah.
the champions.
He knows
and he's
a
like,
little bit about speed.
you know, they watch that fast play.
So to me, when you say speed, I'm more impressed with their passing speed.
Yes,
Like
That's it.
Dest is very fast, right? Balogun's very fast. Pulisic's very fast, but their passing speed and their long passes
yes,
have been really impressive.
yes.
And
Yeah.
from
We're not just
early
sending it
on,
and praying anymore. It's
Right.
Like, these are actually connected passes. This is great.
Right.
from early, like if you come up through competitive soccer, early on you're taught to split the defense with your passes. You look for opportunities to split the defense,
Yep.
and multiple times the U.S. has hit a 20 or 30 yard pass that splits the two of the defenders,
Totally.
and it's at the exact right pace it needs to be to the U.S. player running on has a reasonable shot at it. Where
That's
in the
right.
past that pass did not happen. It was either way too stiff or got intercepted or whatever. But we've had really excellent passes from the outside through the defense to an
That's right.
rushing attacker, and that's the biggest defense or the biggest change that I've seen.
The other thing that it differentiates great teams on a global stage is the ability to make quick passes in tight spaces.
Really
Yes.
tight space.
And that's what we look different. That's
you
how we look
see
different.
the tic tac toe is what I call it. It's like the pass, and it's like boom, 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 and all of a sudden the defense is like totally
break.
off. Right. That's how you get them out of position and off their marks. And we've done a really great job when you get Pulisic working with Balogun, working with Dest. Those guys, they seem to really have a good sense of where each other's going to be and when they're going to make little runs. So I see a lot of give and goes happening,
Yeah.
a lot of runs, that is world-class soccer. And it isn't something that we've done.
Robinson
Exactly.
too on the outside. has
Yes.
been really good at
Anthony
that.
Robinson, he has been really good out of the back doing that. Super impressive in the quickness what they play. So I'm excited about this team. I'm cautiously optimistic about the
There it
Belgium
is.
game.
That's where we need to be. Cautiously optimistic. Especially if we need Balogun back. We need to win that appeal.
Yes, I did see someone texted me, and one of my non-soccer friends, and said, "Would you consider this a successful World Cup for the U.S. if they don't go any further?" And I said, "Listen,
Not this team this year.
by the rankings, they're in the top 16 now, so this is probably where they should be. But having watched all the games,
Yes.
I won't
We can
feel
beat Belgium.
good until if we make the Elite Eight.
Round of eight.
I don't know what you call.
Yeah.
What do you call the Elite Eight? Is what I'm going to call
Final
it. The Final Eight. I will feel like it's a successful World Cup because then
Yep.
you're going up against either Spain or Portugal, And then, like, it's a wing and a prayer. Chip in a chair, like you say, Dex. Chip in a chair
right.
at that point.
I mean,
That's
a
right.
quarterfinal appearance by U.S. is going to be great. We just need to beat Belgium to make the quarters, right? And if we make semis, wow. All right.
Oh,
there we go.
That would be fever dream time. Like,
if we win the next game, it's already the best World Cup ever. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So
that's
to
right.
win 2 knockout games. I know it changed a little bit this year, but
yeah.
Principle.
But it is, and to be in the final 8 in the world, when you look at where we were when we were in high school.
Yeah. Where we've been the last chunk of years. I mean, we've been
the last 5 World Cups we've not had a team this good. So.
Just trying to make it pool play.
Yeah, but if they could beat this Belgium team, and then who knows, something weird, wacky, wild happens in that Spain-Portugal, then you start thinking maybe we're a New York Knicks, maybe we're a team of destiny, you know. And then things, you never know what can happen on home turf, right?
You think miracles don't happen?
That's right. Like the ad that's out right now.
It's a great commercial.
That's right.
First World Cup knockout since 2002.
Yeah, been a hot minute.
Wow.
So I think as I look forward to the next round, obviously U.S. is the game I want to watch for obvious reasons. But then I think the other fun one, England-Mexico, is going to be pretty sweet.
Ooh, that's a juicy one. I can't wait.
That's going to be awesome.
100%.
That one's going to be great. I like Brazil-Norway, too. I think that's going to be a fun one.
Yeah. Then we got to see what the rest of them turn into. But
we'll see what the rest of them turn into. But I think that if you look at Portugal-Spain would be the other one. If that materializes, I mean, just them being right there and that proximity, like there is some no love lost between those two, and that would be a really fun.
For centuries.
That'd be great.
Our buddy Brandon picked that as a
finals.
I would like to see this in the finals. It's going to happen much earlier.
That's the talent of those 2 teams. Yeah,
he did.
Two of the top
and they are
teams.
loaded. Like, for them to potentially meet in the round of 16 is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But it shows a little bit of how Portugal underperformed. In the group stages. But hope you guys are enjoying it. It's a blast. Oh, the last thing I have to say is there's nothing that gives me more joy than seeing Italian Mauricio Pochettino sing John Denver Country Roads at the end of the games. With the crowd. It is phenomenal. The fact that this anthem is taken on and they play it at the end of all the game, it's so freaking cool. It's just cool. It's the anthem everybody loves to sing, and West Virginia gets a shout out every time.
NFL too for football games, right? In Europe, they've been doing the same thing. It just seems to be for America. Here's what's up. So good job, West Virginia. Good job, Don.
Yeah.
Runner up goes to the Japanese team members that were learning the Norway.
Oh, yes. How great was that?
How
great was that? I got to say, I love the freaking Japanese fans. I wish they could just hang around and come to the next games, because I'm like, and the fact they clean up the stadium after, are you kidding me? They stayed and cleaned the stadium?
There was a Brazil dude that started cleaning up the stadium with the Japanese team after the game a couple days ago.
So cool. That stuff is so cool to see. I love all that. All right, so let's pivot to a much less happy subject. So
we need a transition.
There we go. We need a transition. Let's talk about the miserable Kansas City Royals. So I was looking at like what people thought this team was going to do this year. What we thought this team was going to do this year.
It's hard to say. We made predictions.
I think
what they're capable of versus what they're doing.
I think the AL Central predictions that I made are exactly flip-flopped, like 100% flip-flopped.
Good job, White Sox.
We know the White Sox aren't going to finish first.
Yeah,
that was
the one thing for sure is the White Sox.
We know that for sure. White Sox owning the Central right now.
They said, "Hold my beer, Chisholm."
And the Royals, I think they lost tonight. I'm pretty sure. So they are 35 and 52. 35 and 52.
Whoa.
They now have a 2.7% odds of making the playoffs per Fangraphs. For those of you who don't follow statistics, that's not very good. I'm going to go out on a limb and bet that my Royals to win the AL Central bet is not going to cash this year.
It's dead.
So we're going to let that go.
It's dead.
So as much as I love to be the eternal optimist, and I still catch myself turning over to watch the miserable games because of habit and addiction for whatever reason, I have a problem when it comes to sports, evidently. It's time to sell. It's time to sell, and as we've learned,
Quickly.
the earlier you sell,
The better
usually
you
the more
get.
value that you get. So I'm going to give a little setup here and then give you guys his thoughts on this. So we're getting ready to have a new stadium downtown
A
in
few years away,
2030,
but yes.
2031, right? So here's the easiest calls, I would say, but probably the lowest returns. So these are expiring contracts we can't carry over, okay?
Yeah.
So we either sell or we lose them for nothing. And as much as I like this guy, here's one of them. Starling Marte, okay? He is a 37-year-old utility
This guy's
guy.
dead.
He's making $1 million a year. He's not going to command much, for sure, but I would say this is roster hygiene, right? It's probably
Yeah.
just you need to get him off and get some of the younger guys up and get him some time, right? So get a bag of peanuts for Starling Marte, I would say.
I think he's got some
Lane-
value to a playoff team. That might need
I would
some
think
veteran
as a
leadership. He's
Yeah.
been there. He's done that. He's been in the playoffs.
pinch
He's been-
hitter guy. He's
Yeah.
hey, he's still
He's
hitting
still-
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just not a power guy anymore. He's not he's not an everyday guy.
He's
so.
not a 30-30 guy anymore.
Now this is a guy I think we'll get calls on, Lane Thomas. Okay, so Lane Thomas, he is an impending free agent. I think he's a bounce back kind of platoon value guy for a contender. So he's interesting for me if they could get something out of him.
Again, so far you haven't
Uh,
gotten anybody worth more than a bag of Doritos.
Right.
So troublesome.
Relief arms. So block 2, what I would call block 2 is the bullpen arms. Okay. Yes, we do have a couple bullpen.
Do we
arms.
have those?
They're not any. Well, we have one that's pretty good. One guy that's racking up saves, unbelievably, is Alex Lang. So we have fashioned him as a closer. He has a high save total. There's always somebody looking for a closer.
The fact
And
that
I
you
think-
use quotes to describe
Yeah.
him as a
I
I
closer.
feel like
helpful.
he is going to be he's the most sell high guy we can have. We know he's not that good. He's not that good, but he's got a lot of saves and he's
Everybody
a
else
closer.
knows it too. Yeah.
So I think we sell high on the save total for him. The other,
Yeah.
I don't like this one a lot at all because he's controllable for 2 more years. But if we got a ton for him, Daniel Lynch. Daniel Lynch is controllable for 2 more years. I don't love that. But if we could get somebody to overpay for him,
yeah.
he's
That'd be it,
he's
though.
had a really solid guy. Okay. All right. Now here's the real decision. Block 3. Block 3.
Yeah. Go ahead and do
This
it.
is your marquee analytical group right here. The control years change everything, right? So both Michael Waka and Seth Lugo are under contract through 27.
Yep.
Lugo is controllable through 28 with an option. So these are guys that are valuable. They're starters and they're solid starters. Now they're not having Cy Young years like they were
They're still pretty
year
good.
ago, but they're super solid starters and they're top 3 starters for most teams, right?
Yep.
So the biggest haul, do you think we could get most out of Waka or Lugo?
Probably Waka.
Walker's having the better year so
Yep.
far.
Exactly right. And Lugo's
I would
had better
agree.
previous, but Waka was good last year too. So it's 2 in a row.
I
would say
agree.
he's still probably our most consistent starter this year, the whole year. He's had a couple lumps, but not too many, man. He's pretty darn good. I
Right.
think we get the most return for Waka. And again, keeping him for what? Like,
Yes.
to make a run to the cellar, we're fine, man. Let's go ahead and sell
Yeah.
him. He has value. Great. Thank God we have somebody with value. Let's use that and get somebody back.
Yeah.
And-
Right.
Because all we need is more talent in the system to come up. And again, as you said, our stadium's a few years out. Let's start building some hope. Caglione looks good. Bobby Witt, we
Yeah.
got. So we have young star power. Let's
Yeah.
add a little bit more.
Carter
Let's
Jensen
go.
looks really good.
He does.
He's
Yeah,
he's
I
on like
him at the
a
top of the lineup.
17-game hitting streak or something like that right now. He's killing the
Absolutely,
ball.
and he looks good. He's going to be
So-
there for years.
Oh, that was up to 20.
It might be. He's really hitting the ball right now. So
I thought I
here's
saw
the
he was up to 20.
here's the rumors that are out there right now. A team that is in the wild card hunt in the National League that knows this guy well. San Diego Padres for Waka.
They trade everybody.
This is the one that is popping up a lot in the rumor mill. Now, here's the problem with that. They have a pretty thin farm system right now. So we're probably going to have to eat a bad contract to get a real prospect back. So it's probably going to be one of those deals where it's like we're going to throw in somebody who we don't really want, and they're trying to get rid of money, but we get a prospect. But it may be worth it as we're building up.
Yeah. And Fernando Tatis has been so terrible. I guess we'll take him off their hands.
I mean,
Maybe.
okay, we'll take
He's
it.
been horrible. 650 OPS. You want that guy?
Yeah.
Come on,
I don't
baby.
want it.
Let's go. Send him our way. We'll take care of this one for you.
Manny Machado, he's not clutch. We'll take him.
Yeah.
So that's the talk on him. Now for Lugo, this was really interesting. The White Sox.
Oh,
So within the division, but they're Zach Bove, his ex-pitching coach is now with the White Sox. So there is a potential reunion there. There's some potential that, this is house money for them, man. They weren't expecting to make a run this year, and we got a shot. Let's push all our chips in. Let's get another starter.
I mean, why not? The whole thing,
Right?
A starter can make the difference. I mean, let's look at Johnny Cueto, James Shields. Like, what can happen with a starter?
yeah.
Right.
Good things can happen with a good starter.
Yes. Now, here's the problem with both of those trades, just so you guys know. we have to field a pitching staff.
Yeah.
It's called
Right
Triple
now,
H-ism.
Reagan's is out for the year. It sounds like Bubic is now out for the year. Ryan Berger just had Tommy John.
Yeah.
Who are we starting for the rest of the summer, guys? Who's gonna be?
Caglione can pitch. Let's go.
This might be the time to let Cags go at it, right? This
That's what I'm
might be the
saying.
time.
Mini Otani. So
Can you
Yeah.
first? He's
I'll tell
announced
you.
as a pitcher, first baseman.
or
and we
big,
haven't
maybe,
right
I guess
field,
you
so.
got to call him Big Otani, I think.
Yeah, Big Otani. We've had a couple of great innings out of Tyler Tolbert recently. I wouldn't mind getting a few more innings out of him.
At least could send you from the Yankees.
Right. Okay, so here is the other name I want to throw out to get you guys. This is gonna give some interesting reactions, but I want to throw it out there. Vinny Pasquantino.
I'm okay with that. I hate to say it, but
I kind of am too, because we've seen 2 back-to-back slow starts, and I know he's kind of a favorite. It's fun saying Pasquatch, and it's fun having a little walking Pasquatch out there. But at the end of the day, we can throw Caglione there at first base.
we have a
And
couple prospects too, right?
Upgrade
that both play.
ourselves. And
We
the thing
do.
is, also Carter Jensen can play some first base, so we have more first base depth than we do
Salvi
other. Yeah,
can play first base. Like,
so
Yeah.
I'm fine with it too. Like, I like him, but he's just a piece to me. He's not
Yeah.
the future. He's not the future, man. He's just a good piece.
if he was significantly better defense or something,
Or
that'd
more
be
consistent offensively. I mean, give me one of the two.
that was my point. Is like if you're not producing at the plate and you're not phenomenal defense, then why are you taking up a spot
Yep.
Yeah.
when you have other people that can play there? Like you have to contribute with the bat.
The cautionary tale is this is like the sell low thing, right? Like he's hurt, he's coming off of a career bad start in
This could be
224,
Ryan O'Hearn 2.0.
right? Like, do you
that
want to
guy.
sell him now, or do you want to wait till he gets back and like catches a little fire and then get a little something more for him? I mean, I don't know. I don't know, but
Yeah.
he's the most.
We'll see what
he's the most
happens.
He's the most debatable one out there. The only ones that I think are untouchable on the squad right now are Bobby Witt Jr. obviously, Mikel Garcia, Salvador
Cags.
Perez isn't going anywhere because
Yeah.
and Cags they're not good. Those four are not
Carter
going
Jensen.
anywhere. Carter Jensen's
Yeah.
not going anywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, all those guys are, you know,
Everyone
they're not
else,
going anywhere.
if someone makes an offer and it sounds good, I have no problem with nearly anybody else on that roster.
I think you're right. I think you're exactly right.
And at the end
So-
of the day, I'm only going to be mad if we don't do anything.
I will
Yeah.
be very mad if we don't do anything. The other question I have for you guys is, are you believers in, which it seems the Royals are, no coaching changes during the season? Wait to the off season, or do you
Nah.
start looking for changes there?
I'm ready to cut bait.
Yeah, I think you cut now. You look for some positive momentum going into the off season.
Yep.
Try to build on that.
Because he doesn't have the team,
Yeah,
and he doesn't make the decisions. He's slow to act, slow to react. Just, I don't get it. And
I was so positive and high on him because of like what he came from and the
Yeah.
Rays mentality, and that seemed like what we needed. But like, he just
Yeah.
it's not working. It's just
No.
not. I feel like it's not working, and
there's
like
I'm done.
Dex has said it. I don't know, 5 to 10 times throughout this baseball season. Like the Royals have a lot more talent than what they're showing.
Mm-hmm.
It's
They
That's
do.
what's bad. When you can't get it out of your team,
yeah.
well,
Clearly they're not.
horribly underperforming. Horribly
not-
underperforming.
well,
what
and
they-
Dex,
what
you
they
said
put
something
forward.
about losing the team. When you're getting beat like they're getting beat,
Oh,
like-
brutal.
like they're not
22 to
competing.
1 against the White Sox last
Yeah.
week.
You're
Come
not
on.
you're not competing. Like there's got to be a little bit of level of pride that people have. We're professionals. We're better than this, and like
Yeah.
he's not even getting that out of him. So I would be okay with letting Q and staff go. Maybe bring up the AAA coach, let him develop some of the AAA guys at the major league level, and then start new next year. You
Yeah.
know?
Need some
'Cause it's-
accountability. We need to do something.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just gross right now. It's a gross
Yep.
situation
And-
to watch.
In back-to-back games, they lost 13 to 2, and then the next day lost 22 to 1.
Gross.
I believe those were Tyler Tolbert appearances, both of them. He pitched
Probably.
the last
Yeah.
inning in both of those games. He was throwing a pretty sweet changeup. It was coming
Yeah.
about 55.
And then
So I
thankfully they gave him a day off after that.
think it's,
And then he
I
got-
think it's safe to say the Royals, it's time to flip the switch to next year and start playing forward.
Tolbert is unavailable, guys. He's
Yeah. It's tapped
had
out.
2 appearances in a row. So
Guys, we can't tap Tolbert again. His
So then
arm's
we
shot
lost.
out.
Then we lost 2 to 1 the next day. So
Yeah,
Exactly.
of course, 2-1. So yeah, it's a disappointing team. Unfortunately, it's probably going to affect Bobby Witt's chances to get the MVP too. Which to be on a horrible team, he's still ridiculous numbers. He had 2 home runs yesterday when they lost.
Yeah.
Like he's still gaming. He's playing ball, but man,
Yep.
it,
Can't
it's
have
just,
a one-horse team. One-horse
He's
team
looking
that
a lot-
worked
we're
asked
looking
by
a lot-
Trout.
Well, that's what I was about to say. We're looking a lot like Mike Trout and the Angels right now. Is
Yeah.
what we're looking like. So it's
Gross.
kind
Speaking of trades that need to happen, I'm still on board with the Mike Trout. Go anywhere.
100%.
Please go anywhere.
Do you think
So
that'll
hopefully-
happen, Dex?
I think it's up to him. He holds all the cards for the no trade.
yeah.
You know they're asking. There's tons of teams asking about him. And
Yeah.
every year it's been nah. But at some point you're like, okay, I kind of need to win, man. I'm running out of gas. And the Angels, again, not going to make it. Going to be
Right.
watching again. If he always wants to watch in October, that's one thing.
Right.
But can you really settle for that?
Do you really like
Right.
LA
Yeah.
that much?
I know.
Like he can't love it that much.
I
Well,
can't quit you, LA.
I know.
absolutely.
And it needs to be
So-
a relatively fair trade. Maybe that's the issue. Is it's too hard to find a fair trade for him.
Maybe.
But I think it's getting easier each year because his salary's not that ridiculous anymore compared
Yeah.
to what was been going on.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
other teams are more willing to eat it. They just don't care. And the fact
Well,
is,
yeah.
He
there's
can't.
going to be a lockout next year. Do it now.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
are running out of
command
time.
quite as high of a salary anymore either.
Well,
Like,
he's
on
in
a-
August.
tail end of his career. So.
In August, he turns 35. So you would think if there's ever gonna be a time, Dex, to your point, it feels like if they don't sell him this year, he's never leaving. It's like, because when you're looking at next year, you got a 36-year-old guy who you're making around.
Exactly.
It's like
he's
that's
actually
not what you're
vertical
looking
and
for.
healthy this year.
Maybe he
right.
could go to the Rams and play with Stafford for.
That'd be better. Just hand it off to him. Win something.
Totally.
But,
Well, that was our miserable Royals segment, and sorry about that. We had to put you through that. Luckily, the Royals didn't even do what they usually do. We always ask them at least get us to the All-Star break. Somewhat contentious. They couldn't even do that. But the good news is we're only about 6 weeks away from NFL preseason football. So before you know it, we're going to be in training camps, probably 3 or 4 weeks. It's going to be all-time fantasy. We're getting the website super up-to-date this year. So just so you guys know, we're going to have a lot more content on the website. You're going to have access to some things that you didn't have access to before, and it'll be stuff that can make you win your league. So please go check it out and make sure that you keep paying attention. Bookmark that, because you're going to start getting a lot of content there to win your Guillotine Fantasy League.
And that's
All right.
students.beam.ly, correct, Chisholm?
Oh, that's
the
right.
Website?
Thank you.
There we go.
I forgot to plug the website. Yeah, Shrewdness.beam.ly. So check that out. All of our episodes are on there. You're going to start seeing some content that goes on there too from a football standpoint. We'll have some articles on there. We'll have our rankings list. We'll have mock drafts. We'll have all that fun stuff on there. So check it out. It's going to be the place to be.
Why Guillotine? Go to the
Why
website.
Guillotine? That's right.
Yep.
Check it out.
Guillotine's the
Check
Check it
best.
out.
All right,
All right,
gents.
Dex, take us home from the
All right.
DR.
From the DR, from way down in the waves are crashing. We got kite surfing all amongst us. It's awesome. If you are not in this particular place, hopefully wherever you are, you're enjoying World Cup, you're enjoying a little bit of baseball, getting ready for the All-Star break next week. And the most important thing you're doing is you're staying shrewd. Till next week, stay shrewd.
Stay shrewd, everybody.
See ya.